announced the Gaza breakthrough. He has said that war in Gaza has ended. So that's a big statement by the U.S. President Donald Trump, who has gone on to say that the war has ended, going on to say the hostages will be released on Monday and Tuesday. So Trump also planning a Mideast trip soon. So he is expected to be in Egypt. He will be hosted, and he spoke about the complicated process, also expressing optimism on the peace plan.
You know, last night we reached a momentous breakthrough in the Middle East, something that people said was never going to be done. We ended the war in Gaza and really, on a much bigger basis, created peace. And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace. Peace in the Middle East, we secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday. And that'll be a day of joy. I'm going to try and make a trip over. We're going to try and get over there.
So, Srinjoy, Trump admitting that it is a complicated process, but success is certain. A lot of optimism in his statement as well. Of course, the first phase has already come into effect, but there are some rough edges. There are some questions that still remain on how this is actually going to work out, especially in the long term.
Yes, absolutely. First of all, the fact that there is peace in Gaza is something to be very happy about. About that, there is no doubt. Now, as far as the peace process is concerned, there are several issues, as you rightly said. Number one, will there be a foreign element in the administration in Gaza? Because if it is back to the Hamas, then who knows? This same process could happen a few years later, because there have been peace processes in the past. Let's not forget the Bill Clinton peace process. And let's not forget that Yasser Arafat and Rabin actually shook hands. And yet, from there, we came to what happened on the 7th of October. So, while there is peace now, is it going to be a permanent solution? That is something that has to be looked at, because the Hamas has made it very clear that there cannot be foreign leaders running the show in Gaza. That's the first thing. That has to be sorted out. Then there is issue of weapons. Now, the Hamas is not keen on returning all the weapons it has. So if that is so, then again there is a question that comes up vis-a-vis future problems. That's really the second thing. Thirdly, as of now, the hostages have not been returned. Now, nor have the Gazans who've been arrested sent back to Gaza. So that process is going to happen not today, not tomorrow. It will probably happen on Monday or Tuesday. Now, that is the most important step, because there are so many people in Israel who are waiting for the hostages to come back. And that is a pivotal moment in Israel. So the hostages have to come back. The Gazans have to be released. There are some Hamas prisoners in jail. They have to go back. Then, of course, the Palestinian Authority or some new Gaza administration which has to be set up. That is a question that has to be answered. Then there is a question about weapons. So there's still a lot to be done.